Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Shavi Zane, and I'm coming on to do a message for the collective. This particular message is called You Know They're Toxic, but the Sex is Good. Okay? Now, I'm pretty sure y'all know why I did this. Some of you know in terms of good. So, when you think of something that is good, obviously you want to consider every facet of what makes it good. Okay? So, being that we are speaking on toxic partners, toxic sexual partners, then you want to consider the entirety of the thought. Okay, what makes the sex good? Is it the pleasure that you feel? Is it the fact that it allows you to escape for a certain period of time so that you don't have to think about other things? Is it addictive behaviors? Is it something that strokes your ego in that time and makes you feel like you have conquered something? We're going to explore what these sexual connections are, how they're affecting you energetically. I want to look into the energy of the person that you may be having the sexual connection with. I want to look into what might be blocked as a result of you having the sexual connection with this toxic person. And then I want to look into what might be released for you in the event that you awaken and decide to release this person. Now, there are several people that might fit into this category. One would be those of you who are in toxic partnerships, like a full out relationship. You know your partner is toxic based on their behavior, based on their characteristics, based on the patterns that they have displayed over an extended period of time. Then the next type of toxic sexual partner would be that of the one that you can just call up. You know, the one that you can just dial, that late night booty call when you just feeling the urge, right? Then the next category of people would be those of you who are not having sex, but you tend to refer to a specific person, maybe based on the type of sexual energy that you all created with one another, or maybe a desire to have a sexual connection with this person, but you know that outside of that, they're not growing and they are just toxic in their energy. So those are the three categories. And so I'm going to pull cards, whoever it is that you are thinking about at this time. This is who I am attempting to pull the energy on, but just keep in mind that this is a general reading. If you want a private reading from me, you can always email me, and I'd be happy to set up a session for you for a private reading in regards to whatever subject matter it is that you want to look into. If this resonates with you, please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel, and also hit the notifications bell so that you can keep up with my messages as they come in. So let's go ahead and get started. First, I'm going to start off with the energy of the person, the toxic person who you are having a sexual relationship with. What is their current energy? Okay. This is very important because right now I feel like this time that we're in, being in the age of Aquarius, the times of revelations, you got to be very, very, very careful in terms of who you allow into your energy, who you connect spirits with, okay? Who you allow to drop off. If somebody's going to drop off anything on you, it should be something that's going to raise your vibrations, not lower them, okay? It should be something that's going to help you to welcome in certain things that you've been praying for and wanting to manifest and not block them. And so, because we are in a time where the veil is so thin in terms of, the spiritual nature of who we are in comparison to the physical nature of who we are. It's like once you see certain things, you can't unsee them. And so for those of you who have been doing the work to heal, it's very important. Sometimes the last thing that people are able to give up, or what seems to be the hardest thing for people to give up, is sexual connections, okay? Semen retention, celibacy, that's something that it takes a certain amount of healing and understanding in order to be able to master that. And the benefit of doing it is that it allows you to awaken your creative gifts, and it also keeps your energy pure, where you're not just welcoming in any types of spirits into your space, okay? So let's just see. What's the energy of the person? Okay, so this came out in the reverse. The Hermit is what's coming out first, okay? This will be someone who feels very lonely in their energy, okay? The energy of the person who you know is karmic, but you might be having a sexual connection or sexual thoughts when you do, masturbate or, whatever the case may be. The Hermit in reverse is someone who may feel lonely, okay? Someone who may be resistant to going within and doing the inner work. So this could be someone who they don't like to be alone. They might be very resistant to being alone because being alone would mean that they have to face the shadow side of themselves and shine a light on certain areas, but they need a distraction is what I'm feeling here. Yeah, because what's right at the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Wands. Now the Ace of Wands deals with that spark, that passion, that excitement, that initial flame that you might have sexually. This person, in order to avoid feeling lonely, yeah, I feel like they use their sexual energy in order to avoid those emotions. So let's see, what is the energy of the karmic sexual partner that you might be dealing with right now? Because consider their energy directly affects yours. And, so we have the Seven of Pentacles. They might be in a position of looking back at the past a lot. Doing a lot of reflecting on the past. Okay, yeah, the past could potentially deal with the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Now, the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse is unstable relationships, family structures. This could go back to childhood. Okay, it can be failed marriages, failed relationships, or failed partnerships that they saw amongst their parents. With this coming out in the reverse is showing that their energy is, when they look back at relationships, they don't have a very positive perspective of long-term outcomes or commitment or loyalty, because what they have I witnessed has not been a good example of that. And so they fear being alone, but at the same time they focus very much so on the past, on past pain. For some of you, this karmic partner might be pregnant. Okay, depending on who you are, you might have an unexpected pregnancy, Empress and then the Emperor in the reverse. It could be a pregnancy that will, that you did not plan or that you was not desiring to have. And because this person has such a negative perception of long-term commitments, that will be brought into the relationship. Okay, if you decide to make a partnership with this person. Obviously this is not for everybody. So let's see what else is coming out. So we have the Judgment in the reverse, and then the Knight of Cups in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. So Judgment and the Knight of Cups in reverse. Judgment in reverse is like, I feel like this person is not being completely transparent about who they are. Excuse me. This person holds back a lot in terms of the true nature of who they are spiritually. And they're also not emotionally available. They're very emotionally blocked and cut off here with the King of Cups coming out in the reverse. Might even be emotionally manipulative, where they play on other people's emotions here. But they try to avoid judgment, I feel. Judgment of their behavior. Okay, so the Four of Wands is coming out in the reverse. So this would indicate an unstable household. So this person is not someone that you can build a solid foundation with the Four of Wands in the reverse. They are, like I said, they're used to dealing with unstable situations, and they haven't fully healed from that. I feel like they haven't healed because they've never taken the time out to go within and just be alone and to do the work. And so if you are in the process of doing this and you've been really working on healing yourself, healing those inner child wounds, and you have things that you want to create for yourself, okay? You're in that energy of wanting to be the co-creator of your life, and you're doing the work, but you can't figure out where these blockages are coming from. Then just know that the energy that you may be connecting with sexually, this person here is unstable emotionally, they're unstable physically, and they're unstable spiritually. Hermit in reverse, Ten of Pentacles in reverse, Judgment in the reverse. They're unstable in more ways than one. So obviously, if you're unstable spiritually, then everything else is going to follow suit behind that. Emotionally, you're going to be unstable. Mentally, you're going to be unstable. Physically, you're going to be unstable. As within, so without. And so, yeah, this person is dealing with a lot of pain, y'all. A lot of pain. I feel like traumatic events that have taken place in this person's life. And I feel like it's been a cycle of the same type of situations that have repeated itself over and over again in their lives where they have taken a lot of losses, okay? And so this person has held on to this pain. Yeah, their heart chakra is blocked. Ace of Cups is in a reverse. They don't have any love to offer. What they can offer, though, is the potential for a pregnancy. What they can offer is sexual energy, that passion. But outside of that, if you are looking for something that is emotionally stable or emotionally fulfilling, this is not the person for you. If you are looking for a household where you find peace within your home and a stable foundation that cannot be shook, this is not the person for you, okay? Yeah, this is not a successful situation. And I feel like you might have even, caught this person up in a lot of deception in the past, okay, with the Seven of Swords coming out in the reverse. And the Six of Wands in the reverse is no success, okay? No success in this situation. I also feel like this person deals with very low self-esteem. And so, yeah, this goes back to childhood. This person stays stuck in their childhood a lot because they haven't done the work to heal. And it could be because of issues that they have with their father, with the Emperor coming out in the reverse. They might have dealt with somebody that was very unstable, very emotionally withdrawn and kind of up, back and forth in their emotions. They might have watched their mother go through many situations with their father. And maybe, the only thing that kept them cohesive to a degree was the children, okay? Or the pregnancies that came as a result of the sexual connection, but they was not able to see anything stable. And so this is why they're not able to offer this to you. Or if you are in a long-term commitment with this person and you're trying to figure out, well, why can't we just get it right? Why is it always instability? Why is it always constant fighting? Why is it, you're emotionally withdrawn, you're not healing, or you seem like you're so spiritually disconnected? Well, this is why, okay? So let me see what's coming out in terms of the effect that this person's energy is having on you, because that's very important, okay? Oof. So I'm cutting the deck at the devil. Y'all see that, okay? The devil and the Six of Wands. So right away, just looking at these two cards, I feel like the effect that it's having on you is that this person, they require a lot of your attention. They require for you to constantly give them praise. They're very much so in their ego and potentially very controlling. And if you're in a relationship, they might keep you feeling like you're chained and bound to them. You lock and key. You can't do anything without them. They need your constant attention, almost obsessively trying to control you in terms of needing your attention. And then on top of that, for some of you, if you're not in a relationship with this person, then this is the type of person that just needs constant attention, period. They are so much in their ego, so much on the surface of who they are. They're operating from their lower chakras, from their sacral and root chakra, and it's not in a good way. And so they have almost an obsession with using their sexual energy in order to make people feel bound to them in a way, okay? Making people feel just this lustful energy. It does something to stroke their ego. And I also sense that they might also have like a third parties that are that they're dealing with. Some of these people are dealing with sexual addictions. Okay, I would just say that. I just felt like a little wave of nausea just now. Some of these people are dealing with sexual addictions. And it's very, very toxic. Okay. And so if you find that it's like, okay, but the sex it just feels so good. And so for whatever reason, you find yourself drawn back to them. That's because they're attaching that Jezebel spirit to you that's keeping you trapped. I'm cutting the deck here. They're attaching that Jezebel spirit to you that's keeping you mentally stuck and trapped in your head about your sexual experiences with them. And so it's like you have to constantly feed that desire. If I could show you that devil card again, it's the devil had a flame on the tail of, I believe it's the masculine in this photo. And so, yes, the masculine, you see he's holding this flame here, this torch, lighting the flame. So it's almost like they have control over you to the point where they keep your sacral chakra always overactive. Your sacral chakra is always overactive, where you might have an overactive sex drive because of your direct cord that you have to them sexually on a spiritual level. And, and so this is what keeps you attached to that Jezebel spirit, okay, that demonic Jezebel spirit. And so it's like spiritually, it's putting you in this energy of being spiritually dead. You see what I'm saying? Spiritually dead, because there's no life in that energy. There's no life living in your lower nature. You're not able to rise higher and to step into your divinity, or to rise into your higher consciousness, and evolve. You're not able to do that when you're chained and bound to the devil. And so it's not looking good in terms of what they're doing for you energetically. Let's see what's going to come out. I'm just going to keep pulling in terms of how this karmic sexual connection is affecting you. And for those of you who might be visualizing this person, you're still making the same. The only difference is there's no actual penetration between you and that person in the physical. But in the spiritual, if you are visualizing it in your mind's eye, then you are creating it in the spiritual realm. And so somewhere in your existence, it does exist because you created it, especially if you're doing this over and over again. The Lovers is here in the reverse. The Lovers in the reverse is very karmic. It's very toxic, okay? There's no true cohesiveness or magnetism in this relationship. So look at this, y'all. The Moon is in the reverse. Oh, gosh. The Magician is in the reverse. Some of y'all, the Hermit is right behind that. Some of you have somebody that's doing some things in the dark. Look, the Seven of Swords is coming out in the reverse. And you're going to expose them. It's going to be revealed to you, whether it's through this message or whether you go seeking for more answers in terms of whether or not this person is using sex magic, because this is what I'm seeing when I see. Let me just clarify and see what this is. The Moon is in the reverse. This is revealing something, seeing something very clearly, something that was hidden. The Hermit is here. You're going to be able to shine the light on whatever this thing is, but whatever it is, they was doing it behind the scenes. They was cloaking themselves where you couldn't fully see their hand for a time, because the Magician in the reverse is very manipulative, and it can also indicate doing dark magic or sex magic. And then the Seven of Swords in the reverse, that sneaky deception is being brought to the forefront. So let me just clarify and see what this means for your energy. The Moon in the reverse. In this time of awakening, in the age of Aquarius, nothing can remain hidden forever, okay? And so whether you intuitively come into this revelation about this person, or whether physically there's some evidence that comes to you, look at this. I'm not lying to y'all, okay? This person, the devil is here again, okay? The Moon in the reverse is clarified by the devil in the reverse. You are exposing the devil, okay? You are exposing this person coming to you offering this false love, offering you, this love on the surface, but behind that, they have been doing dark magic. Anytime you got the devil and the magician coming out together, you can pretty much guarantee that there is some sort of spell work or some sort of dark manipulation that is happening in the spiritual realm when it comes to your connection with this person. So look at the type of energy that's coming out here and how it's affecting you. On the surface, they seem to be offering you their love, but it's not mature love. This is like childlike love, because this is a Page of Cups. This is not something that's something that you can grow from, okay? This is something, it's like they're crumb feeding you when it comes to their affections and their emotions. And then with the devil here in the reverse, the Moon in the reverse indicates that once you see this thing clearly, seeing it for what it is allows you to release yourself from this cord, from this spiritual connection that you have created, from this soul tie that you have created, this karmic soul tie that you have created, okay? Ooh. The Queen of Wands is in the reverse, okay? And I feel like my thoughts are kind of they're not coming to me as freely because whoever this person is, they're doing things to manipulate your mind so that you are not able to see what they're really doing in the spiritual realm, okay? This person is dark as hell. The Queen of Wands, if you all ever watch my videos, you know the Queen of Wands in the reverse is somebody who practices dark magic, okay? You see the black cat up there, you know, she's doing things in the reverse. She's not creating energetically from a honest space. She's creating from a very dark space because she's insecure. This person might even be very promiscuous in their energy. This doesn't have to be a female. This can be a male as well who is just very promiscuous in their energy, but they definitely practice in dark magic. And it's you might have already exposed the fact that this person is dark as hell, but for whatever reason you might not have walked away from them, or some of you might have walked away and you're just drawn to watch this video to confirm what you already know. But I'm telling you that it was weakening you. It was to the point where you could not restrain yourself, you know, from going towards this person sexually because they was manipulating you so much in the spiritual realm, okay? Ooh, the Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse. Okay, all of that stressful energy. You might have had sleepless nights, nightmares, you know, different types of dreams that was very lustful in their nature because of the energy that this person was attaching to you. The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse indicates a karmic cycle that does not allow you to close out that, you know, those traumatic events and that chaotic energy and all of those things that was happening to you that just seemed like it was just constant hits, one hit after another, and you couldn't understand what was happening here. This person right here was sent into your life to attach you to this dark energy, okay? And many of them manipulated using sex magic in order to do it, okay? And in hopes that you would stay blinded to it. But some of y'all have gone into hermit mode and you've been able to reveal this person. You've gone through and done some inner work to see what attached you to this person in the first place, or you're being called to go into hermit mode. And do not be afraid of being alone, because this is going to allow you to see things more clearly, seeing with your spiritual eyes though, not with your natural eyes. Because with your natural eyes, this person had you hook, line, and sinker, where you was just weak to the vajayjay or the pee-wee, okay? Hopefully everybody is here that's 18 or older, but if you're not and you already having sex, then you need to hear this message too, okay? This right here has kept you from being able to take advantage of new opportunities because it kept you on that karmic wheel with them. That cord connection that you was creating with them, whether through a relationship where y'all was having sex, where you didn't have a relationship but you was calling them up for sex every now and then, or that those thoughts that you was creating in your mind when you was having orgasms by yourself. This person was utilizing dark magic to keep you stuck, chained, and bound to that same karmic wheel that their asses is on, because they can't get off of it because they haven't done any work to heal. And so it was like they needed to drain you of your energy. So while you doing the work trying to heal and trying to awaken and, you know, trying to evolve and wondering why you can't seem to catch a break, this is it right here. But I'm telling you, with the moon in the reverse and the Seven of Swords in the reverse, this person is going to be caught. I don't know how you're going to catch them. Like I said, it could be from watching this video, and this is just confirmation for what you intuitively already knew. But there is going to be some revelations here. What is the Seven of Swords in the reverse? What is being revealed here? Wow. I mean, all of the cards that could have come out to indicate dark magic or sex magic is right here within just 7 cards on the table. And you see I got all these cards right here. Okay? So be very careful. Okay? This is the time. During this time, y'all see what's happening in the world right now. During this time, your focus should be on keeping your energy high, keeping your energy pure, and doing what's necessary to work on your creative gifts, because while the enemy is taking losses, those who are operating from a space of light and integrity are getting their inheritance. They're getting their birthright. All of those things that was taken from us, we're receiving those things back. Okay, that wish fulfillment. Okay, so just know, what is the Seven of Swords in the reverse? Now it's not the time to play around with your energy or to allow other people to do that. Okay, take your power back. You got to get back control of your sexual energy. Take you a salt bath. Take several salt baths. You know, write out cord releasing. I release all cord connections. I release all sexual energy attachments. I release all, the Jezebel spirit. I release my uh, physical attachment, emotional attachment to whoever the person's name is. You got to start guarding and protecting yourself, okay? Blocking out that energy, because this is spiritual before it's physical, okay? You are a spirit having a human experience. And so if you allow your lower nature to control you to the point where ejaculating or having an orgasm becomes so far beyond your purpose here, then you're going to get caught up when Babylon falls. That's another way to be caught up when the shit hits the fan, and it's already hitting the damn fan. So you don't want to get caught up with any type of person who is deciding, who has made a choice to operate in this lower energy, and they want to pull you with them. Oh, hell no. What's the Seven of Swords in the reverse? Some of these people have sexual addictions. They're addicted to manipulating others. Seven of Swords in the reverse. You might find out this person has been doing this for quite some time, okay? We got the Seven of Swords in reverse is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. So we got two sevens here. Some of y'all, you might have been dealing with this person for 7 years. Some of you, maybe not. That's maybe for a select few. But something about the number 7 here. What you're going to reveal in regards to this person is that this person has been doing this. They've been putting in this work for quite some time now, okay? And I feel like what I'm also hearing is that the goal was to keep you trapped. It was to keep you trapped so that they could actually reap the harvest that would ultimately come to you. So they wanted to put you on a hamster wheel. It's almost like they wanted to swap places. They know that you've been planting seeds towards growth, progression, evolution, okay, and being a co-creator of your life, whereas they have been operating in darkness with hopes that by the time the harvest comes, they will be able to get away with your doggone harvest. They will be able to get away with those seeds, with the blessings that are naturally coming to you. But it's almost like if you make the decision to not release this person, knowing that intuitively you've prayed about it, you've meditated on it, you've asked your spiritual team to give you clarity, you see the spirit that this person carries because you just see their character, you see their nature, you know what you feel. And you still continue to have sexual intercourse with them off of the fact that you think it feels good. This person is fooling you into thinking that it feels good because they're using dark magic and sex magic on you. They're manipulating energy. And if they're not doing that per se, which I strongly sense that they are, based on the cards that's on the table, okay? I ain't never seen no cards come out like this where it couldn't be more obvious. And it's weakening your ability to say no with the Strength card in the reverse, okay? If it's not the case that they're doing sex magic or some sort of dark magical rituals, which I highly doubt, then it would be the fact that they themselves are so strongly attached to the Jezebel spirit that this is what is coming out energetically. In the spiritual realm, that's exactly what it looks like. Like they're manipulating energy and doing sex magic and rituals and dark magic against you to keep you bound to this Jezebel spirit. But it could be also that they are so strongly attached to that energy because they have not healed that it's being attached to you. And that's the whole objective of the enemy towards, especially the chosen. If you chosen up in here and you still holding on to this type of energy off of a quick thrill, it's time to reroute, take another path, lose that fear of being alone for a time so that you can receive your blessings, because you do not want to miss the harvest that's coming in that's been stored up for you. Do you really want to have to wait another lifetime to get a hold of your blessings? Okay? Do you really want to have to wait another lifetime to get a hold of your birthright and your inheritance while somebody else is doing, all of this to try to get away with it? That's the enemy trying to take from you. And they've done that long enough. You take your power back. Work on healing your sacral chakra. Work on getting rid of addictive behaviors. Work on getting rid of any fear of being alone. Okay? Because it's going to do great works for you. We're going to look into how it's going to affect you if you do release this person. But yeah, they wanted to keep you chained and bound to them sexually while they're not offering you a damn thing. And as a matter of fact, they're trying to take from you. That's what they're trying to do. Look at that. And whoever this person is, they mean as hell. Mean as hell. Probably emotionally, verbally, just cutthroat in their words. If they're not like that, then they don't talk at all. Okay, they shut you down when it comes to communication. You can't get a word in edgewise, and then you have the Ten of Wands here. It's burdensome being in this person's energy. Yeah, this person is not emotionally available. You got the Queen of Cups in the reverse and the King of Cups that came out in the reverse, which makes it clear that even you yourself have no emotional attachment to this person. You might just be staying because financially it seems um, more convenient, okay? Or because you might have some children with this person with the Queen of Cups in the reverse, or you just are afraid of being alone, and so you call this person up, or this is the last person that you had sex with, and so even though you're not with anybody sexually, you just think about them, but you know they was toxic as hell, but I guess you feel like the stuff was good, and so okay, this is the only person that you can reference. Don't do it. Preserve your sexual energy for your creativity, because you can use your sexual energy to create a child, or you can use your sexual energy to create and to build your gifts, okay? Because that's all dealing with the sacral chakra. And so anytime you have an overactive sacral chakra, then you will have addictive behaviors such as sexual addictions or addictions to certain substances, whether it's, whatever it is, you feel like you have to have it in order to have a level of fulfillment, something external to yourself, okay? And so this is not good. I'm just telling y'all, and something guided me to do this message. You got the Four of Cups coming out. You're not even happy in this situation, but this person, their energy that they've attached to you, they're so discontent with life that it has you in this energy of feeling discontent with life. And so you got this offer that's trying to be presented to you that you can't even see, or that you might be rejecting because you're so focused in on maybe wanting to hold on to this person, or this energy of just being discontent and just missing the opportunity all the way across the board. And then some of you might have actually gotten this person pregnant, okay? Some of you might be expecting a child with this person. That's what that wand will do. That wand will cause some issues here, whether you are pregnant by the person or whether you're expecting a baby to have a child with the person. That's only for a select few. It's not allowing you to heal, and you have no peace. You probably losing sleep, all types of stuff, because of the energy that this person has attached to you, and there's no real collaboration that's happening here. You're not able to work with this person. They're blocked off. You see what I'm saying? They're blocked off emotionally, and you might even be at a crossroads as to what is it that you should do. And a large look at this: betrayal, backstabbing energy. I mean, it couldn't get no worse than this, y'all. I don't even know that it takes for me to pull the cards for you all to have already been able to tap into what's happening here. But this is just confirmation. Sometimes that's just what we need. We need a little bit of fire to be placed up underneath us so that we can go ahead and make those necessary moves. This is not the time to play. This is not the time to play in the age of Aquarius and the times of revelation. So I really need for you all to, take heed to this message, because I just randomly I heard it. Right before I turned on the camera, we have to address those who are still connected to the Jezebel spirit through certain hosts, through certain energies, through certain people who are the host to that connection, to that dark energy, okay? Because this is not the time to play around. Look around you. Look at what's happening here, okay? And so definitely a lot of betrayal, but this is the ending of a painful cycle, depending on the decision that you decide to make as a result of this. I feel like, some of you might have been drawn to stay in this situation. You feel like your whole life might be falling apart at times. If you on that hamster wheel, then you might still be in that energy, or you might be stressed out, depressed, where you're not able to go outside and get connected with nature. Some of y'all might even fear emotional connections, healthy emotional connections, because of this connection that you have with the this dark energy. They have an unhealthy view of love, and so it's not allowing you to shift your perspective of loving relationships, because that energy is attached to you. So you can't even really do the work to fully heal those wounds that's going to allow you to have a healthy perception of love, because of the energy that you constantly attach yourself to every time you have sex with this person. Another way that you can shift that, if you have children, you don't always have to receive affection. Some people think that affection always has to be received through the opposite sex, a romantic interest. You can pour that love into your children. Give them more hugs. Play with them. Give them more of your time, because that's another way where you can actually feel loved. Okay, you can feel the beautiful nature of love. Obviously, there's different ways that it can be expressed and felt. It doesn't have to. A lot of people get so caught up in feeling that sexual pleasure that you mistake that for being love. And that's far from it. Okay, the love has to be there before the sexual connection even happens, and it has to be there on an individual basis. You got to have that self-love as well as the person that you're connecting with. That's what you call good sex. Okay, that's why I said the title of this is, you know, they're toxic but the sex is good, and I put that quote unquote because that's not good. What's good is two people who've done the work to heal themselves and who have done the work to nurture themselves and who are stepping into their divinity. They know who they are. They're awakened. They are operating from a space of self-love. They create healthy boundaries for themselves. They do healthy things for themselves spiritually, mentally, physically. And then they come together. You ain't had no good sex until you have sex with somebody who's on that level. Okay? When you're dealing with someone who's operating from using sex magic and things of that nature, they will trick your mind into thinking that it's the best sex that you ever had, and you find yourself not being able to release yourselves from them because you're so addicted to that Jezebel spirit that they are attaching to you. But just know that that is an illusion, and it is one that is very dark in energy. So let me see. I want to look into, because we're already at 35 minutes, what is being blocked as a result of you being connected with this person. If you're still currently connected, what is being blocked from you at this time? You know, that's very important to know, so that you can have that, you know, if you don't have enough incentive already to walk away from this type of situation, then let's see what's being blocked. Because for some of you, you've been questioning, well, why can't I seem to catch a break? Well, it's because of who you're attached to. You have to really preserve your sexual energy at this time for the right person. So let's see. The effect that it's having on you. With this card, this is the death card, and this is the inner voice, okay? Death card and inner voice. So with the death card here, rebirth with the number 10, that's a completion of a cycle. And then the inner voice, I feel like is blocking your intuitive abilities, your intuitive gifts, okay? Because that's where really finding out what your purpose is, your divine purpose is, it starts from being able to listen to that inner voice that guides you and directs you and keeps that divine connection between you, the Most High, and your spiritual team open. If you can't listen to your inner voice, then you cannot tap into what your gifts are. No matter what they are, you're not going to be able to fully embrace and open up to your own creative gifts that's given specifically to you, okay? Personally to you. No one else will possess the same gift that you have, because you'll have your own blueprint, your own fingerprint on that gift, okay? So specifically catered and created for you. The only way that you can tap into that is if you are able to go within and hear the inner voice and see things from your spiritual eyes. And so this is why this person is affecting you. What's being blocked is your intuitive gifts, your gifts to be able to see things from a spiritual nature. And so, because I feel like you've been so busy trying to compromise with this person, that it has you on the surface of life too much, and so it's blocking you from being able to see. Yeah, what else is it blocking? It's blocking your breakthrough. Hello. It's blocking that breakthrough that's going to get you up out of that box that you've been in, that position that you feel like you haven't been able to, release yourself from. It's causing a blockage in terms of the breakthrough. And this person is illuminated. They're, full of light. I feel like it's dimming your light too. It's like this person's energy wants to keep you in the darkness. And that's what the devil energy is. It keeps you in that dark, lower level energy. And so anything that's lower level is like, it's cloudy, it's some dark clouds that's hovering around you. What they're keeping you from being able to access is your spiritual wisdom and your intuitive insight. They're keeping you from going through that true transformation that allows you to heal the inner child and awaken your gifts. They are also keeping you from having that breakthrough, okay? Look at this. What are they blocking you from? Being able to release all of this mess. You're exhausted. You're tired. Some of y'all are sluggish. Some of y'all are not able to. You're tired as hell, but you're still not able to sleep anyway. You just feel like a robot that's just constantly going and constantly trying to make things happen. They might even be blocking you from releasing all of these things that you no longer need, all of this materialism. I see a lot of clutter here, building up a lot of things. And so it's like holding on to things that are not even fulfilling for you, okay? I don't know if some of y'all might have become a hoarder in some ways because, you know, you're trying to fill a void that cannot be filled through material things, okay? So their energy, and I'm also hearing that they're draining you, okay? Because what we saw earlier with the Seven of Swords in reverse and the Seven of Pentacles, I saw that person is trying to take something from you. So some of them also want to steal your spiritual gifts. If your creative gift deals with like a spiritual nature, like what I'm doing right now, or anything within this realm, then they want to also steal your spiritual gifts. So they're draining you of your life source energy, okay? And so that's what's happening here. They're leaving you lifeless and they are draining you of your gifts. Draining you. Every time you have sex with them, they're taking a piece of you with them, okay? And leaving you in this inauthentic state, very robotic, okay? Trying to turn you into a zombie, even though they're the ones that's the zombie. But it's almost like when you watch those movies, like with the zombie apocalypse and all of these different things, generally any person that's awakened, if you come in contact with the zombie and on a physical level, it seems like many of those movies have the same theme. You come into contact with them physically, you turn into a zombie as well. And so consider, you talking about, you're not just coming in contact with them physically through your sexual energy. You're coming in contact with them through your emotional energy, through your mental energy, through your spiritual energy. They soul connections, okay? On every facet of your existence. When you have sex with a person, you are giving them all of that. And that's why you want to be careful with who you have sex with and know that they are in alignment with you. And if they're not, then hey, withhold your sexual energy. Is it possible? Hell yeah, it's impossible. Is it difficult initially? Yes, but it's all about your perception of why you're doing it. You have to know why you're doing it, and you have to know the benefits of doing it, okay? And you have to know why you don't want to just share your sexual energy with just anybody, and the repercussions of sharing your sexual energy with people like this. And so you're seeing it clearly. I've been celibate personally myself. It's been 25 months come the end of this month, okay? And so I can say that proudly because I've been putting in the work. I've been putting in the work. Of course, I can go out here and but why? Why would I want to do that? Why would I want to lower my nature just to connect with somebody for a thrill, a illusion of a thrill, when I can? I've been able to build on my creative nature. I've been able to awaken many gifts within me because I'm not out here just giving away my creative nature to just anybody who's just trying to drain and suck all the life up out of me. That's not, no. Look at this. Fighting is right here. In the spiritual realm, this is what's really happening. They fighting you for your gifts. They fighting you for your inheritance, for your birthright. And so you feel like you got to be armed up in the physical realm. Probably feel very defensive. Probably feel, just very inauthentic to yourself because you built up all of these walls around yourself, not able to open up your heart chakra, not able to live in the moment, just constantly ready for battle because this is what you're dealing with. This person, they have that aggressive energy. Anytime you operate from your root chakra, then you have pent up aggression that's within you. And so you might feel a little bit more angry than you normally would if you wasn't giving your energy or sharing your energy with a dark entity like this, okay? Because their attachment to the devil and Jezebel spirit causes you to also be attached to the Jezebel spirit. So you're feeding the beast through your sexual connection with them. You got to open up your eyes and see this from a spiritual perspective. This is not just surface stuff right here that we're talking about. What else are they blocking here? What they're blocking here is you have Thunderbolt coming out. They're blocking you being connected to them, is blocking you from being able to tear down the false structure. The tower is all about structures that was built from a false foundation. And then even some of them are blocking you from having good health. If you find that things just don't seem right down there, okay, because there's a lot of fire around this picture, and then it's also around the genital area right here. You might find some of y'all could end up catching STDs from these people. Be very careful, because anybody that operates from this energy, it's no telling who they will go out and sleep with, because they have such a strong attachment to the Jezebel spirit, and many of them with the Queen of Wands in reverse, that's somebody that's generally promiscuous in their energy, okay? And so be very careful. And then you have here healing. This card was in the reverse. They're blocking you though from healing. Not just healing, but healing your heart chakra as well, because that's highlighted right there. They're blocking you from healing your heart chakra. And if your heart chakra is not healed, then the love, because the heart chakra deals with the energy of love. If you are blocked off in terms of self-love, because self-love looks like, I don't give a damn how big your Johnson is. I don't care how, whatever, how squishy your vajayjay is. It don't matter to me, but my self-love means I don't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole, because I know what the hell is coming with that on a spiritual level. And so self-love looks like creating healthy boundaries for yourself and saying no and meaning it. And so if you are not operating from a space of self-love, then your heart chakra is blocked. And if you have a blocked energy when it comes to the love frequency, then the love frequency is what allows you to attract things to you. And so if you're not operating from self-love, then you're not exuding love, because as within, so without. And if you're not putting that love frequency out into the universe, then you're not attracting things to you that are a reflection of love. Things that are a reflection of love is peace, true wealth of, many different things, not just materially. Okay. Happiness, people who are loyal, good people, you attract those types of things to you, those type of people, places, and things to you when you are operating from self-love, because you're also expressing that. That's the energy that you are exuding because it is within you. And so what they're also blocking is the silence. They're keeping you from being able to be silent so that you can what? See things from your spiritual eyes and not from your natural eyes, because you see the eyes here are closed. Physical eyes are closed, but what is highlighted and illuminated is the pineal gland, third eye chakra. And so in that silence, you would have to get silent first. You can't be silent when you got this type of energy around you. You constantly fighting, constantly battling with one another, or even when if you're not actually physically going at it, fighting or arguing with one another, in the spiritual realm, there is a chaotic energy that this person is projecting onto you. And there's a constant battle spiritually that you might not be able to see with your physical eyes, but you can feel the chaotic energy within you. You just feel off balance. You just feel like something ain't right. And so that's that energy that's trying to fight up against you to keep you from rising into your divinity, especially now in these times, because the enemy that is even bigger than this person right here, the enemy is utilizing this person as the host to get to you, so that to keep you from rising to your divinity. Because if too many people wake up and rise into their own divinity and find out who they are, then what happens? Boomerang effect. It goes right back to the enemy, and they have to reap what they have sown. And that's what you are seeing. There's many people that have already awakened. Don't miss this boat holding on to what you perceive to be good sex, because it is an illusion that is being created for you, whether it is being done purposely through sex magic or whether it is being done through the enemy itself, the beast, the Jezebel spirit, which is very deceiving and deceptive. Okay, the Jezebel spirit is very alluring in its energy. It's very sensual. It's very sexy. Sexy. It's very passionate, but it is false. It is an illusion. And so that could be the energy that you have been fighting up against that's keeping you from getting to your blessings. Now, let's pull some cards to see, and I'll be done after this. What may happen if you release this karmic sexual energy that you have been attached to, whether it's through your thoughts, whether you are physically attached to this person, whether you are in a long-term relationship with this person and you've been new that the time had already been up. What would happen if you release this person? What is the outcome? Look at that. You're not only going to release all of these toxic thoughts, but you're going to heal your inner child, and you're going to be able to take that, what does that say down there? Adventure. That adventure that's going to lead you towards that path that you have been created to go down since you was a child. But you had so many different things that tried to keep you stuck and bound and chained to it. That demonic beast that wanted to keep you stuck from awakening that inner child to go and explore fearlessly and courageously. Because you've had all of this cranked up energy, all of these toxic thoughts, all of that toxicity. And so if you release this person, you're going to be able to take the divine path that was created for you. You're going to be able to see the path, because that's the main thing. You got to see the path first. You haven't been able to see it because that picture that you saw with that cranked up mind, you got so many negative and toxic thoughts that you have within yourself that You haven't been able to see it. It's been stressful. That's what that says down there, stress. That little monkey right there is just waiting to burst your balloon. You know, you got all of these things that you're trying to juggle, all of these things that you're trying to figure out. Time to release. Time to release. What will happen if you release this person? You're going to be able to see that the possibilities are endless. You're going to be able to fly high like the eagle and see things from a bird's eye perspective. See it from a higher perspective. What's going to happen? Look at this. Past lives. You know that this person is from a past life. Anytime they come in with that type of energy, this is a karmic past life so-called soulmate who has come back into your life to keep you stuck, so that when the shit hits the fan, they want to drag you down with them. But you see, this is an hourglass, so you see the time is ticking. Okay, I keep telling y'all, you don't want to miss this the boat. Okay, time is up. What happens if you release this person that says maturity? You're gonna grow. You're going to grow, and you're going to be able to see yourself for who you truly are. Okay, what's going to happen? This card is in the reverse. This says outsider. If this was in the upright, then that means the gate is still locked and you have no entrance. In the reverse, you have now gained access to that same chain that kept you bound. Now you know how to open it. Because if you look very closely at this picture, you might not be able to see it so well because of my camera. This lock is actually already unlatched. But the problem is this child has not awakened enough to understand how to maneuver the lock. And so that's the energy that you're in right now, because you don't see how to maneuver the lock, because you don't even see that it's accessible to you, because you're so caught and chained and bound to that devil energy. Like that devil card, that chain has you caught up in that Jezebel spirit, so you can't see that there is a way out. Even in that devil card, the chains that's around those people's necks is hanging very, very loose. So loose that you could literally lift it up off of your head and walk away at any given time. But because there's something, this person, the spirit has you thinking that you have to stay in that energy or stay in that toxic relationship or continue to have sex with that person because it just feels so good. That energy is creating an illusion that is causing you to not see the potential that you have in terms of releasing yourself. Yeah, it's time for you to release. It's time for you to trust the process, okay? That says trust down there. Release and trust the process. Trust that if you walk away from this situation and take that leap of faith, that you are going to land softly and you're going to land exactly where you belong. Because right now, you are not where you belong at all, okay? Thunderbolt is here in the reverse. Go ahead and let the tower fall, okay? What's going to happen if you release this person? That tower is going to come crashing down. Okay, you're going to finally be able to see that this situation was not stable. The inevitable will finally happen, because I feel like many of you already knew that this was coming to this point anyway. It's very clear to you that this person is not healthy for you. Okay, it's going to manifest externally. There's no way that you can be with this person and not see something, whether it is you have caught something from this person in terms of an STD, whether it's this person is just so guarded and blocked emotionally, you don't know nothing about them, but you just know that they're available for sex, whether it's, the person is literally fighting with you and constantly causing karmic situations to happen for you. You have the signs in front of you, but because you're only seeing it with your natural eyes, your spiritual eyes have not been awakened for you to be able to see that this person is toxic and they're karmic only because they want to drag you to hell with them as the shifts continue to occur, and they want to drain you of your energy to feed the beast. The enemy, the greater whole of this is to feed the beast of the enemy, to feed the energy of the beast, okay? To keep the current structure alive. You don't want to be a part of that, okay? Because when that beast dies, if you still have a cord attachment to that beast, then it's going to make sure that it executes you with it, okay? And so silence. If you release this person, you're finally going to be able to go into that energy of silence and hear the messages, hear your intuitive messages, which will allow you to awaken your gifts so that you can know why you was put here. What is your purpose? And with these waters being very calm, the water stands for emotions. Finally, you're going to have some balance when it comes to your emotions. Finally, you're going to have some peace of mind, okay? That's everything. That is everything. Schizophrenia came out in the reverse. If you feel like you're losing your mind, you're going crazy, emotionally, you just feel like things are just off, things just don't seem right, it's because of the energy that this person was putting on you, the illusion that this person had to create for you. So they had to mess with your mind first, because the sane person would never stay with someone when they can clearly see that the situation is so unhealthy. But the person who is caught up from an illusion will stay in that type of situation. And so, yes, I feel like, it's clear that for many of you, this person was operating in dark magic, and this is the last card you have, sharing here. You release this person, you're going to have more than enough abundance to give to yourself and an overflow to be able to offer to others. You're going to move into this energy of abundance. You see how well dressed she is. Okay, she's shining bright. She's happy. Okay, she's confident with the daisies. Her solar plexus is activated, so she's stepping into her power, stepping into her personal strength, and you're able to feed people from, it's good food that you're able to give others, because you're taking good care of yourself. And that light that she has right there, your light is going to be shining bright. That inner light that's within you is going to be able to exude, because so far this person has been putting your candle up underneath a bushel. Okay, they've been blocking your light because you've been underneath their shadow and the shadow that they're attached to. So that's what I got for y'all. I want to strongly encourage you all to do what's necessary to release this person, and know that there are blessings that will come as a result of you doing that. You will have that peace that you've been waiting for. And just know that this person is a part of your past life, but they want to pull you down into this, all of these people here, they want to pull you down into this lower energy with them. Okay, the time is ticking. You don't have any more time to waste. I love y'all.